Righty. Uh, welcome. LG, number one spot in the standings. They'll be there at least through the weekend, as they are 3.5 above a second place. I mean, it was all right. It was Friday, kind of a half day. Ready for a weekend of baseball as Kim Ji Chan looks at a ball one outside, and we are underway. I hope you have LG. Alrighty, as he is not on base, just so you know. And there was a pitch, but instead we're looking at his stats for the season. So I don't know what the count is right now. Okay, it's 1-1. Good Lord, Spo TV, you guys could not possibly be worse at your job. Alrighty, we've got a 1-1 count now, sets up right down the middle, and Kim Ji Chan fouls that one away, giving a souvenir. I don't think so. There's two things to think about here. One is Lee Sung Hyun is not very good, as that is going to be a liner caught by the jumping OG Wan, and that will be one away. So a couple things to think about is one, Lee Sung Hyun is not good. He has not thrown a pitch in the 6th inning yet this year. He's only gone 5 innings once in his last 5 starts. And then on top of that, Samsung, uh, as that's going to be a single through the right side. And I'm not even going to get to finish talking. On top of that, Hernandez has not, this is his first game back. So how he pitches is going to be kind of up to a lot. He did pitch in one game a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, in the second league. 2 innings through 39 pitches. Did give up a run there, as that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. A 6-3 double play, and that's will end the inning for him. Only 6 pitches for Hernandez. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call efficient. Good Lord. I mean, just why don't you put it on a platter for him, boys? Guy hasn't pitched in the first league in over a month. His last outing was whenever he no-hit them. So that was quick. That's all you can say about it. That was really quick. So, I mean, yeah, super quick there for Hernandez. Lee Sung Hyun is not pitched well on the season. They were really hoping for him to be obviously pitching much, much better, but he has not. In fact, he has pitched better in April than in May than he did in April. April, he had an ERA of almost 7 now, or over 7. Now he's ERA is down to 6.28 on the season. So, I mean, I don't know really what to say besides Samsung is playing away, which means they probably aren't going to score very many runs. But on top of that, they have Lee Sung Hyun on the mound, who is 1-6 on the season, with opponents hitting .304 against him. Not a lot going for Samsung's way in this matchup, I feel. So it's not going to get any easier for the rest of the week either. Is they're going to have Chirinos and then Im Chong-gyu. They're going to face the rough part of this LG pitching staff. So it is not going to be very easy for Samsung this whole weekend. Back behind the plate is Kim Jae-sung. I am not really familiar with him. I was going to look at all of the umpires. Mean, Kiwi's favorite player, and looks at ball one up high, 1-0. Oh, Mean is the 1-0 pitch, and that's low 2 and 0. Lee Hyun struggles against lefties. LG is a lefty heavy lineup, as that is outside ball 3. What do I mean by Lee Hyun struggles against lefties? Well, lefties hit 447 against him on the season. Yeah, that's right, 447. As the 3-0 is in there for a strike down the middle. And, well, he's not going to walk the first guy just yet. And the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. And we've got a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody loves a good full count. It took us a whole half inning to get there. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Almost hits him, and he walks the leadoff batter. I imagine he's going to be running, as LG loves to run. They have one of the every single season, they try to steal more bases than anyone else in the league. Unfortunately for LG and LG fans, they are also not successful. As Lee Hyun has already thrown the same amount of pitches that Hernandez threw in his first inning. Kim Hyun-soo steps in, and they're going to check over on him over at first. All right, Kim Hyun-soo, 306 on the season. Looks at strike one on the inside. Missed his spot badly, but it still caught the inside corner, and it's 0-1. And that's going to be a roller and a foul. 0-2. What? Wang Young Mook is playing first? All righty. The 0-2 pitch sets up way outside, rolls over. Second baseman flips and first. And that will be a 4-6-3 double play. Two base runners, two double plays, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly how you drew it up. Yeah. That's what I was like, what? All right. So Austin Dean steps in, looks at the ball one low, and it's 1-0. 303 on the season, 16 home runs for the big first baseman. Second in the league in homers. First in the league is Diaz, who is at first base now. And the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Oh, Lee Hyun, again, he just has not pitched well all season. Most pitchers are pitching better this season with the ball change that they haven't talked about ever in any single article or YouTube video. As the 1-1, it catches the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. So nobody has ever once, yeah. And Hanwha is definitely not favored in this game. Pitching against Riley or hitting against Riley. And Ryun Jin has not pitched well lately. All righty, the 1-2 pitch as he goes down and lifts it up. Kim Ji-chan back at the warning track, though, and that will be 3 away. They got a leadoff runner, but they go down on the double play. We'll go to the second inning. One 9-pitch inning, and he gets out of it, or you mean he's already thrown 9 pitches? I'm confused. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, Kiwi. Oh, you mean Riley had a 9-pitch inning? I thought you were saying Ryun Jin had a 9-pitch inning because I looked real quick and he had thrown 9 pitches also. I think Hanwha is finally running into the issues that I talked about in the preseason. Couple things like they're still an outfielder away from a decent team. On top of that, they did not address their issues last year, which were the offense. Instead, they went out and signed an unneeded shortstop and an unneeded starting pitcher. So, well, but we're back here. Hernandez, 6 pitches through the first inning for him. They'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. This is the matchup right here, ladies and gentlemen. Hernandez versus Diaz. First pitch pops him up. Shortstop under it, and that's good Lord. 4 pitches to the first batter, 1 pitch to the next 3. They might want to start taking a pitch here or there. 6 pitches in the first inning, so 4 pitches to, or was it 4 or 5 pitches to Kim Ji-chan? And then Kim Sung-yoon gets a single, but there we go. That's a pitch low, and it's ball 1. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. They've watched a pitch. Congratulations, Samsung. Kim Jae-sung steps in, 154 on the season as he rolls over on that one, and it's foul, 1-1. The backup catcher is Kang Min-ho, is getting a bit of a break today. I'm sure we'll see him later, though. As far as Hernandez, he's 2-2 on the season, and the 2 games could not be any different. So his 2 wins on the season, he allowed 1 hit combined and walked 2 combined. Obviously gave up 0 runs in those games, as that just catches the inside corner, and it's 2-2. So the 2 games, again, the 2 games that he did pitch, that he did win, shutouts, 6 innings, 7 innings, no hits in one hit in the other, 1 walk in both of them. The 2 games that he pitched poorly in, though, well, he went 5.1 innings, gave up 4, and went 0.2 innings and gave up 8. As that is going to be grounded foul, and it stays 1-2. The unfortunate part for Samsung is the first inning, opponents hit 412 against them. The second inning, 0. Third inning, 100. Fourth inning, 100. Fifth inning, 0. Sixth inning, 143, and that is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, and 2 away. So, yes, you heard that right. Opponents are hitting 0 against them on the season. In the second inning, 0 against them in the 5th inning, and 0 against them in the 7th inning. Yeah. Righties also do not hit well against them, which is part of the reason why Kim Jae-sung is out there. Lefties hit 222 against him. Righties hit 71. So Samsung is going a lefty, 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 as that is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And that misses up high, 1-1. Yuji Hyuk having a nice season, 294 on the season for the utility infielder. Fouls that one away, and it's 1-2. 65% contact rate in the strike zone. Park Dong-won taps the glove and he puts it on the ground and he throws it down there. And of course, he doesn't chase because he knows better than that. Hernandez working hard this inning. He's already thrown 11 whole pitches, 2-2 count to 2 outs. And that catches him looking at the bottom of the zone. And that will be his first strikeout of the day. We'll go to the bottom of the second as Hernandez continues his dominance in the second inning. Running that pitch count up, though. 12 whole pitches there, 18 now on the day. 18 whole pitches. LG will have the 4-5 hitter, 4-5-6 hitters coming up also. Looks like NC is quickly up 1-0. They got 2 hits off of Yu and Jin to start the inning. Still got a runner over on second. No, it's the I'll tell you just a sec. Won Jong Hyuk. They have to be going with like a bullpen game tomorrow. They brought him up a few days ago. I'm surprised they didn't bring up a different reliever, bring up a reliever for a couple days, and then put him out. Yeah, he's been on the roster the whole week, which is really surprising to me. I figured they would bring up a reliever so that they would have an extra arm in the bullpen, but I think what they wanted, they want him to come up and kind of get used to the routine, be around those guys, those main guys. So Lee Sung-hyun steps onto the mound. 13 pitches in the first inning, walked the first batter, but was able to get out of it with a double play. Moon Bo-kyung steps in and looks at just strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. 321 on the season for Moon Bo-kyung. Yeah, he hasn't started a game in his career, but sure, okay, he'll go. Yeah, probably. Never started in his life, but yeah, All right, here we go. The 0-1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. So Lee Sung-hyun, 4 pitches, 36% of the time he's going to throw his fastball. Again, he is a left-hander, 139, doesn't throw hard. So if he can't locate, he's going to have problems, and he hasn't been able to locate very well this year. He does locate that one right at the top of the zone, and it's a 1-2. Off of that fastball, he throws a slider 22% of the time, and then a changeup and a cutter. He's going to throw around 17 to 18% of the time each, as that just misses the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Da, 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 da. All right, so sets up right down at the knees, right down the middle, misses outside, but he's catches the outside of the strike zone, and that's will be one away as he catches him staring at it. Missed badly with his spot, but with the ABS system. Thank you, Ichal Young. Is that E or Yao? Ah, Yao Ja, ja. Oh my God, that's hard to say, man. I'm sorry. Ja, ja. That's a tongue. That's a tongue twister, man. All right, Pak Dong Wan steps in now. 305 on the season for him as he looks at a strike ball on a curve that just catches the outside corner. An absolute beaut. As Pak Dong Wan, 13 homers on the season. Mr. Full Swing as they bang the mid on the ground like usual, trying to make as much noise as possible so that the batter can hear. And it's 1-1. Lee Sung Yun does the first inning is his kryptonite. Second and third inning he's okay, but then once he gets to the fourth and fifth, the wheels kind of come running off as that's another curveball in there for a strike. He is not locating his fastball very well, but his curveball is breaking in nicely as he throws the fastball there, but up in the zone. He fouls it away though, and it's 1-2. Oh, the second inning, opponents hit 188 against him. The third, 306, fourth, 417, and fifth, 389. Again, he just hasn't pitched well. There's nothing else you can really say about it as he fouls away another one, and it stays 1-2. Cue him up early on Doosan. And the 1-2 is ripped into right field. The right fielder going back, though, and makes the catch. And that's two away. He's playing, I don't know why he's playing so far in against Pak Dong Won. Kim Sung Yoon, normally a center fielder, but playing right field because Kim Ji Chan is back up. The outfield for Samsung is very, very, very good, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else you can say is except that they are very good. They can cover a ton of ground as OG Wan looks at another curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 231 on the season for the shortstop, the former captain. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And it's lifted into left field. Left fielder going to watch it bounce against the wall, and it almost bounces over him. He throws a rainbow to second base, but OG Wan is in on second with a two-out double. First hit of the day for LG. As that takes it the other way. They were shading him to right field. Almost goes over Gujauk's head. Luckily, he's like 6'4". Otherwise, that goes over his head, and OG Wan is hanging out on third. All right, so Gubonyaka steps in and looks at just strike one down the middle. 259 on the season for the utility infielder. Starts at third here, but he may go to short, he may go to second, he may go to first. As the 0-1 pitch way, way up high is again, that fastball is not controlled at all today. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch below the zone, and it's 1-2 now. Wonyaka does strike out quite a bit. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up with his glove on the ground again, and he rips it, but foul, and stays 1-2. It is warming up in Korea, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting hot. It's getting humid. The ball should start flying out of the stadiums much, much easier as that is slapped to rights. And we'll have another 1-2 pitch because three of them is never enough. Lee Sung Yun already at 31 pitches. Here comes pitch number 32. And he pops him up. The third baseman, nope, the shortstop calls him off, and that will be a 3 away. He gives up a 2 outs double, but nothing after that. So we'll go to the third inning. It's tied up at the goose eggs. One hit apiece, 0 runs apiece, one double play apiece. 19 pitches in that inning for Lee Sung Hyun as he's really struggling to put batters away. Got some loose hairs here in my dreadlocks. Oh, elsewhere, looks like NC rolled through the top of the lineup again, and then Ryun Jin comes in and walks the first batter, so they've got a runner on first in the bottom of the second with nobody out. Kia runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the second. NC again, or sorry, Doosan has a runner on first with 1 out in the top of the second. They're down 1-0 against Kuhn. Looks like Lotte's up or getting ready or trying to score. I guess they're always trying to score, but runners on first and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the first for Yoon Dong Hee, and then obviously our scoreless game here is we are cruising through already, ladies and gentlemen. This game is the fastest game so far. Did he rob a home run, or is it just a jumping catch at the wall? All right, they'll have the 7, 8, 9 hitters. And first pitch is in there for a ball up high, 1-0. Thank you, whoever did that. Yeah, I can't. Man, it's been so long since I did a game there. I have no idea, man. I've only been to that stadium the one time. I don't even know if I still have a. Do I even have a Changwon? I don't have. Mine is the one that I have. I'm gonna pop it up real quick. See, that's the outside. I don't have anything from the inside. One of the best songs is the 1-1 misses outside, and it's 2-1. EJ Hyun, probably the best defensive shortstop in the league. And the 2-1 is popped up, but foul and out of play. And it's 2-2 now. I didn't know their walls were that short. All righty, the 2-2 pitch, and didn't get him to go around. That'll run the count full, 3-2. First full count of the day for the oldest Samsung Leones. And he walks him. That's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, Kim Young-un. Yeah, I don't remember it very well. The things that I remember are the outside is really cool because there's lots of room. There's a big grass area to play catch. It really like the surrounding buildings seems to have that's low again, another ball. The surrounding buildings seem to have kind of incorporated the team into a lot of their design and stuff. But I know the concourse is really wide. They have a lot of a good adult beverage selection. As the 1-0 is ripped but foul, and it's 1-1. Uh, I remember the going down whenever if you sit behind home plates, they have actual TVs in front of you. So they have like a big shelf for your bags, super, super wide leg room, tables and everything. As the 1-1 is lifted but foul again, as he's way, way out in front of that. And but they have the TV, so like if you were sitting behind home, they would have the actual broadcast of the game you were watching. So you could kind of see everything. You know, see yourself being on TV, I guess. But I don't remember anything of the field itself. As the 1-2. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's amazing, honestly. And there's a ton of leg room. You never have to worry about anything as far as leg room or anything like that. The walking, it's very accessible. I want to say is the 1-2 is lifted. That is deep. Pake mean ranging over there and makes the catch. One away now on the fly out to center field, and that brings up Kim Tae Hoon. Kim Tae Hoon DHing. I say it all the time. Anytime you have your DH hitting below the 5 spot in the lineup, your offense has problems. Your offense has a ton of problems if your DH is batting below the 5 spot in the lineup. As that's a curveball in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. So Hernandez mainly throws his four seam fastball 54% of the time, 145, right around that. And then off of that, as that's going to be a ground ball off of Hernandez's foot. He grabs it, throws to, and not in time. And the runner is going to head on over to third. So that is going to be an infield single and an error. So the pitch hits off of Hernandez's foot. I think it was his foot, maybe his glove. We'll see on the replay here. Hits off of maybe his foot or his glove. It was back up the middle. If it goes up the middle, that's an easy double play. But because of the deflection, it goes over. Gubon Hyuk, the third baseman, grabs it, tries to make the play over at first. So it goes off the back of his glove. So don't have to worry about any injuries or anything like that. But the throw tried to get him at first, and whenever he threw the throw over to first base, he ends up uh, allowing the bad throw, puts the runner over at third base now. So now you've got a runner on first and third with just one out. The top of the lineup back up is Kim Ji Chan, lined out to the shortstop in his first at bats. And that is going to be lined out to the right fielder. He's going to grab it. There's no way he's going to be able to make the play at home. And that will be a sacrifice fly to the right fielder. And quickly, Samsung takes the 1-0 lead. That is a huge error there on the third baseman. Kim Ji Chan, not known for his ability to hit the ball into the outfield, got it just deep enough as Sung Chan Yi, for some reason, is trying to catch that ball flat footed. But that brings up Kim Sung Yoon, who grounds it between the umpire's legs, and we've got ourselves an 0-1 count. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. The curveball just misses outside, though, and that's 1-1. 34 pitches now for Hernandez. 22 pitches already in this inning. 6 in the first, 16 in this inning. My bad. 6 in the first, 12 in the second. Here comes a pitch number 19, and that is going to be rolled right to, nope, it's foul. As Austin tried to do his best NFL move as he tiptoes in fair territory, reaches into foul territory to try to make the play, but it's trying to tap the toes, but it was clearly foul. He did make the catch, though, ladies and gentlemen. He did make the catch. But that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The second baseman's not able to grab it. And they will now have runners on the corners once again. Shin Jae should have made that play, but he did not. Shin Jae going back up the middle, tried to backhand it, but it goes off, looks like the heel of his glove, rolls into center field as Kim Tae-hoon goes from first to third. And Kim Sung-yoon will come out. It was Pak Sung-young, I think is his name. That is, I'm not sure what happened there, but that is a huge, huge blow as he is hitting over 340. It looks like he was kind of favoring his hamstring a bit. Fortunately, the KBO app is 7 years behind, so I don't know who is over there. Pak Sung something. Pak Sung Gyu, or I think is his name. But Gu Jauk will step in now and looks at a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. I still haven't gotten the run. Yes, Pak Sung Gyu. Yeah, now that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Well, Pak Sung Gyu would stay in there and play right field anyway. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Way outside, and it's 1-2. 안녕하세요. All right, Gujauk grounded into a double play, his first at bat. As that will check over on Pak Sung Gyu. Pak Sung Gyu. 1-2 pitch coming up. He sets up on the outside, up at the belts, and he fouls it away. 18 pitches, nope, 22 pitches already in this inning. I'm sure he'll hit a home run. All righty, the 1-2 pitch. There's 2 outs, sorry. Not 1. Is fouled into the stands. We'll have another 1-2 pitch. I'm sure they were really good pitches, too. Off the ground. Is the guy bowling? As the 1-2. Checks over. Telling you, you got to go up and in on him every once in a while. That is a bright uniform. I don't know what that one's from. That is a bright, bright yellow, ladies and gentlemen. As the 1-2 pitch is, that's going to be a ground ball back to Hernandez. Throws to first, and that will be 3 away, but not before he gives up a run on an error. And we will go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0. Samsung. Bloop singer. But no, Jinan or 네, 지난주 이건에서 선발 투수 됐어요. 5월 20일 인시정 2이닝 39 투구. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, I think he's maybe 60 pitches, 70 pitches. I don't think he's going to throw that many. But I mean, that inning it was an unearned run. It should have been a double play. This run would have obviously scored anyway, but I mean, yeah. All right. No, 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 no. Not at all. All right. So Pak Sung Gyu will stay in right field. Song Chan Yi leads off, the number 8 hitter for LG, as he looks at a strike in there, and it's 0-1. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch, just outside, and it's 1-1. So Lee Sung-hyun, again, in this inning, things start to unravel again for him. 306 against him in this inning is what opponents are hitting. And the 1-1 just barely clips the top of the zone. That is a absolute nightmare for anybody to hit. No one's swinging at that. Well, actually, lots of people will probably swing at it, but all righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he gets a piece of it, and that is going to be trouble. He turns to throw, just gets him at first. And that's no, no, just KBO. All the teams, all the teams, just LG is home. So LG uniform. All right, to Shinmin J, as that is just over the zone, and it's 1-0. Shinmin J 206 on the season. And down on the bottom of the order again on the season, as that's is in there for a strike, as the slider just catches the inside corner. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. And a beautiful curveball in there for a strike again, and it's a 1-2. Like tomorrow, I'll do Hanwha and NC. Then Sunday, I'll do Doosan and Kium. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. I did Lotte. I did Tuesday's Lotte game, Lotte and Samsung, with the straight steal of home, the triple steal. As that is going to be right back up the middle, and he is going to be on base with a 1-out single. Yeah, 제 채널 페이지에서 투표 있어요. 그래서 모든 주 투표하면 근데 어떤 경기 중계 방송 선택할 수 있어요. All right, to Shinmin J over at first base. I do not know how well Kim Jae Sung throws. Again, he is a backup. So the lineup flips back over. Paque Min walked and was eliminated on the double play in his first at bats. And that is ripped over the jumping Diaz. That is going to be round into the corner. Shin-Min Jae is easily going to round second, go to third, and they will be bringing him, stopping him at second or third. And Paque Min with a 1-out double moves the runners to second and third. And that brings up Kim Hyun-soo. Over Diaz's jumping play. I thought maybe they would send him, but they held him up. Paque Min was halfway to third base. Paque Min halfway to third base. He would have easily been. Yeah, I think I'm the only one. As Kim Hyun-soo steps in, looks way outside, and it's 1-0. 근데 KBO 영어 지원 없어요. 그래서 제가 혼자 영어로 중계 방송해요. Alrighty, the 1-0 pitch just sets up on the outside. And that's way up high. 2-0. But you can 영어 듣기 연습할 수 있어요. Alrighty, here we go. The 2-0 pitch, runners on a second and third. A single scores two as Paque Min has plenty of speed over at second base and sets up down at the knees. And that's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Kim Hyun-soo, 4.63 double play in his first at bats. As the LG fans cheering on over in the orange seats. And the 2-1 pitch. That is fouled away, 2-2. Needs a strikeout here. LG needs a single. The battle begins. Battle, battle, battle. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Nope, but time is called by the pitch or the catcher. As looked like his earpiece came out of his ear. And we will reset. 2-2 pitch or two runners on, 1 out, sets up on the outside corner. And he lets it go out, and that's going to be a ball 3, runs the count full. Second full count of the day for LG. First one was a walk back to Paque Min in the first inning. Lee Sung-hyun, 22 walks, 24 strikeouts in 38.2 innings coming into today's game. All right, he sets up on the outside once again, moves into the middle, though, and here comes the 3-2 pitch in the dirt, and he walks another one. He's had 2 full counts. He's walked 2, and now the bases are loaded for one of the most dangerous hitters in the KBO, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Austin Ding 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 Ding. Ding 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 ding. "48 pitches now for Lee Sung-hyun. So, real quick, elsewhere around the league is Hanwha NC's tied up at 1, bottom of the third now. And Doosan that took the lead. They've got the bases loaded as 2-1 now. And bases loaded top of the third. SSG takes the lead against Lotte, 2-1. All right. Bases loaded. Austin Dean, second in the league with 14 home runs. 48 pitches for Lee Sung-hyun. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. .302 on the season for Austin Dean. Yeah, he doesn't. A 139 is not going to do anything. His curveball looks good, but he doesn't have a fastball that makes people have to get off of it. Is that is going to be fouled as into the little I don't even know what they call that. They used to call it in Doosan. They used to call it the Fila zone. I don't know what they call it for LG. I don't know. You know, Hanwha used to be the exciting zone. I think now that they've got the cast sponsorship, it's probably the cast zone or something like that. Austin really struggling in with the full with the bases loaded though. He's hitting 1,000 on the season. As here comes the 0-2 pitch that's up in the other batter's box, and it goes in the other batter's box, and therefore he doesn't swing. Austin Dean's wife and kid looking on. Austin Dean has filled a role that LG has really struggled to keep. They have not had good foreign batters. Is the 1-2 is crushed, but not enough. As Gujauk grabs it, Shinmin Jae will come home easily. Scores on the sacrifice fly to left field, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will tie the game at 1. The very short-lived lead for Samsung. And that brings up Moonbo Gyung. Moonbo Gyung struck out looking in his first at bats. All right, Moonbo Gyung, a chance to give them a lead here. Is that is Pake Mean stealing third base? Stealing third base on a strike. Not only on a strike, but with a left-handed batter up. Usually, you do not steal third base with a left-handed batter up because they have a clear throwing lane to third base. But Pake Min just so fast that he is able to steal third. Kim Hyun Soo still hanging out over there at first base. That is my hair. All right, the 0-1 is outside. 1-1. All righty, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside and misses outside, and it's a 2-1. 55 pitches now. Yeah, maybe 이천 년 부터 한 번 더 머리 안 잘랐어요. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. As Moonbo Gyang lifts it up as center fielder going back, though, back in front of the warning track, and that will be 3 away. They load the bases, but are only able to get one on the sacrifice fly. We'll go to the 4th inning. It's tied up at 1. Well, they get a chance, but nothing from that. Leave 2 on, they left 3 on. Lee Sung Hyun, though, is running up into a pitch count issue, as that was 24 pitches there. He's at 56 now. Can he get through 5? Again, he's only gotten through 5 innings in 1 game. And there you go. Maybe 엉덩이 같이 있어요? All right. So we got a We got a new game. We got a 6 inning game, ladies and gentlemen. 6 inning game. Diaz will lead things off for Samsung. No, first inning, he threw 6 pitches, doubled that to throw 12 in. Doubled that to throw 12 in the second, and then just a sec. There we go. Doubled it to throw 12 in the second inning, and then doubled that to throw 24 in the third inning. He is hoping to not throw 48 pitches here. 43 now, as that one is up hot, 1-0. Down the middle for strike one, 1-1. Diaz 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to right in his first at bats, 301 on the season. And the 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 or 1-2. I can't even count anymore. Oh, Hernandez in the fourth inning. Opponents hitting 100 against him, as that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, not able to make the play, though, and that will go down as an infield single for Diaz. Yeah, definitely is. Since especially if it was like Juan Tayin or something, maybe you'd have a little bit higher expectations. But with Lee Sung Hyun on the mound, you have to temper your expectations a bit. So Shin Min Jae not doing well out there, as Kim Jae Sung looks at just strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Oh, that's 2 plays that up the middle that Shin Min Jae has not been able to make, and it has been a big deal. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside, and it's 0-2. Hernandez strikes out quite a few guys. 22 strikeouts in 19 innings coming in. Doesn't walk a ton. 9 strikeouts coming into this game. But he doesn't throw really hard. Only averages 145 on his fastball, as that is going to be a slow check swing, almost like a bunt. Hernandez grabs it, and that will be 1 away. Moves the runner up, though, and that will bring up the number 6 hitter, Yuji Hyuk. A little swant, if you will. All righty, here we go. And just misses on the curveball outside, and it's 1-0. Yuji Hyuk. I just realized that I completely wrote them in the wrong spot. Yuji Hyuk struck out looking in his first at bat. Looks at just strike one there, 1-1 now. I was writing down Samsung's stuff following my LG roster. All righty, here we go. The 1-1, a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. Samsung fans, again, any game in. What happened? Chan Sung with another home run gives Hanwha the lead to 2-1. As Yuji Hyuk slaps that one foul into the netting and then bounces into the ground seats, keeps it at 1-2. Close games all around, a 2-1, an 0-1, a 2-2, a 2-1, and a 1-1. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch once again. Don't know what it is because we can't see anything, because once again, Spo TV doesn't understand that people are trying to watch the game, as that was low, and it's 2-2. It is unbelievable absolute whoever is the production manager for Spo TV really needs to start looking for another job because they're bad. As the 2-2 just catches the inside corner, and Ryuji Hyuk can't believe it. Missed his spots badly, but with the lovely, lovely ABS system, and he is out on a strike on the inside corner. Might not have been a strike last year, as even Pak Dong Wan was like, "Hey man, sorry." All right, DJ Hyun steps in and looks at strike one down at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 239 on this season. Walked and scored a run, and his last at bat was actually to lead off the third inning. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up on the outside, and just misses low, 1-1. No, 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 no. What a classic song. Too bad Samsung doesn't allow people to play it. As the 1-1 is pops him up. Left fielder given chase. Kim Yun Soo is under it right at the line, and that's Lee. 3 away, gives up the leadoff single, but they go 0 for 3 with runners on base. They strand another one, and we will go to the bottom of the fourth, tied up at 1. All right, we've got the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the old LG Tweens. The old LG Tweeners. Tweeners. Oh, quick look. Again, SSG up 2-1 against Lotte as they are in the top of the third. Kioma takes the lead back. They're up 3-2 in the bottom of the third with a runner on first and 2 outs. KT is up 1-0 against Kia. As how did they score? They scored 1 in the third inning. Check there. Looks like a sac fly by Rojas. And Hanwha is up 2-1 against NC as Cheon Sung hit a solo shot to give them the lead. They've got a runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. So this game still leading the way. Still the fastest game in the league. I love it, I love it, I love it. As we should be about ready. All right, Lee Sung-hyun still out there. All right, Pak Dong-won will lead things off for LG. He flew out to right field in his first at-bats. And here comes the first pitch. In there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Thank you, Manyo. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. And that is in the dirt to 1-1. Lee Sung-hyun, just the one strikeout on the day. That was a strikeout looking to Moon Bo-kyung on a pitch that he really missed his spots. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses up high again as his fastball he just cannot control. He does not have very good command with his fastball today. He is really relying heavily on that curveball. So here comes the 2-1. And he fouls it into the catcher's leg as he is laying on the ground now. Catcher on catcher crime, ladies and gentlemen. Kang Min-ho looking on saying, oh, yeah, I know what that feels like. Right above the knee Very interesting. I caught a little bit whenever, uh, and his shin guards do not cover over his knee. And Kamino is saying, "No, no, you're fine." The again, those uh, those shin guards look like they're missing a bit. As the 2-2 is lifted right field as Pak Sung Gyu right at the line, and that will be one away. Kang Min Ho does not want to play today. He'd like to enjoy his Friday nights. Oji Wan steps in, doubled in his first at bats, 1 for 1 on the day. He looks at a big breaking curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Again, leaning heavily on that curveball. What's up? As the 0-1 is a foul. They weren't for a second. They were up 1-0, gave up two, but tied the or took the lead back. And here comes the 0-2 pitch as he rolls over it, but it's foul. Stays 0-2. What did you take? You took Keelam and what else? And the 0-2 is outside, 1-2. Vodka Red Bulls, that's still a thing. I used to do Bacardi O. Bacardi O and Red Bull. Yeah, this is the 1-2 sets up outside, and he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirts. And that will be his second strikeout of the day for the second out of the inning. I gave up energy drinks in February. 안녕하세요. 저는 KBO 팬 근데 한국에 살아요. June, 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 June. And Gumon looks at the ball one way up high, 1-0. June, do you live in Solden? As here comes the 1-0 pitch. He taps the glove on the ground, and Gubon fouls that one back and out of play. 1-1. Gubon popped up to the shortstop in his first at bats. LG cheerleaders, and Mary Kate's a little upset that her girl's not there today, but I think she'll be okay. Yeah, this is the 1-1 is in the dirts. 2-1. Ba, 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 ba. Thanks, Kiwi. Taking place of Samantha. I don't know where Samantha's been. Yeah, the 2-1 is fouled straight into his foot as he goes down. I was right into it looked like his instep. Yep, right on the inside of his foot. That didn't even go off the ground into his foot. That went straight from bat to foot. He is still down. Cool. Did you go any overs or unders? Young Ben putting his gear on in case he needs to go out there. Smart, smart. Dr. LG coming out. Dr. Sangdungi bringing out the stretcher for an ankle injury. Is interesting. What? It's the KBO, right? This is the first doctor that I have seen come out. Dr. Sangdungi. All right. So, well, I'll stay into bats. We'll see if he ends up playing the field. I might just stay into bats and then come out as Young Bin takes over in the field. Let's see. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch at 2 outs as he fouls that away and hobbles a little bit. So, again, I don't think he's going to stay in to play defense. I think he'll have his at bat here. If he does get on, he will come out. LG is, or Lotte is tied it up at 2. As here we go, the 2-2 pitch at 2 outs. Pitch number 72 sets up on the outside, misses way, way outside, and runs the count full 3-2. Third full count of the day. And the 3-2 pitch misses up high. He's had 3 full counts, and he's walked all 3 batters. That will be a 2-out walk. Full count in the first, walked him. Full count in the second, walked him. Full count in the fourth, or full count in the third, walked him. Full count in the fourth, and walked him. That brings up a Song Chan-yi. Song Chan-yi grounded back to the pitcher in his first at bats. Thank you, Kim Young-ho. Checks over at first. All righty, here we go. Checks over on him again. He just hurt himself. He's not going to run. Eagles fan in the front row of the LG cheer section. He figured he can't get a ticket to a Hanwha game, so he'll just watch LG and Samsung as the 0-1 is fouled away. And I thought it was 0-1 already, but apparently it was not. Samsung fan, a Landers fan. And the 0-1 pitch. Beautiful curveball on the outside, and it's 0-2. Well, it's a lot easier to get LG tickets because, they have 23,000 seats in their stadium instead of 17. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. And a swing and a miss on the curveball. And that's will be strikeout number 3, out number 3. And they strand another one. They've left 4 on base. That's the end of the 4th for us. We'll go to the 5th. Let me think. I know LG did not use their closer yesterday because they used their closer in the first 2 games. But yeah, I mean, LG's bullpen is kind of rested. At least a couple of the main guys are rested. They didn't pitch yesterday. Samsung, looks like they used a lot of their bullpen yesterday, even though they were up by 6. So the thing with the Samsung bullpen is Samsung did not play Wednesday because of the rain the rain out. So even if they did pitch yesterday, they would still probably be able to play here. So Hanwha is winning because of 3 errors, is what you're trying to say? I'm sure Riley is real happy about that. And that is going to be in there for a strike to Kim Young Un. And fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2 to Kim Young Un. Kim Young Un, 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to center field in his first at bats. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that's 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. And we will go to the ninth batter. Wow, not anywhere close on that pitch, and that's his ball one. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch, and in the dirts, 2-1, 2-0. 63 pitches for Hernandez. You've got 76 pitches for Lee Sung Hyun. And fouls that one away. And it's 2-1. Only one. So the first inning, you had a 1 out single, but a double play to end the inning. And then second inning, a 1-2-3. Third inning, they finally got a hit with a runner on bases. That one is popped up. Third baseman under it is still Kubon Yuk, and that's will be 2 away. Flips the lineup back over to Kim Ji Chan. And Hernandez now at 66 pitches. '65 pitches. First pitch is a ball there, and it's 1-0. Kim Ji Chan, 320 on the season, lined out to the shortstop on a great catch to start the inning. And that is going to be a ground ball through the right side, and he is on base for the first time today. He has hit the ball hard each time as and now you've got a guy that can easily swipe a bag with the Pak Dong Hwa in the back behind the plates. So Kim Ji Chan, a liner that was a jumping catch by the shortstop at his first at bat, a sacrifice fly that scored a run in his second at bat, and now a single here as Kim Ji Chan it comes up to the letters on Austin Dean. As here we go, that's his check over on Kim Ji Chan. Pak Sung Gyu getting his first at bat of the day as he took over after Kim Sung Yoon got a single, his second single of the day. As the first pitch is up high, and it's 1-0. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. A swing and a miss on a beautiful curveball, and it's 1-1. Where are you at, Samantha? All righty, the 1-1 pitch And a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. Hernandez has the curveball working now. That's two straight big strikes with a beautiful curve. Will he go a high fastball? Will he go change up? What does he do? That is a curveball, but he hangs it, and that is going to be a single into left field. Kim Ji Chan will round a second and head to third, and that will be a 2-out double. He's given up a 2-out single and a 2-out double, and they've got runners on second and third with 2 outs for Gujauk. Which one? Is that the avocado burger? And it's in there for a strike to Gujauk. Gujauk 0 for 2 on the day, a 6-3 double play in his first at bats, and a 1-3 ground out in his second. He has come up to bats with runners on base in all 3 of his at bats, and here comes the pitch up high though, and it's 1-1. I'm still not sure how long Hernandez will actually play today or actually pitch today. As here we go. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Thank you, whoever just did that. And a foul ball right into the umpire's mask. It sends him back a couple steps. Off the glove, right into the mask, right to in between the nose and the mouth. And gives him a couple steps back. He'll readjust himself, make sure he still can't think, and step back in there. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch just misses outside, and it's 2-2. All right, to second and third, a 2 outs, a 2-2 count, and that is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws to first, and they will strand another 2. They have stranded 5 on the day, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's tied up at singles. That is a rough day for the left fielder. Samsung is now 0 for 4 on the day with runners in scoring position. That's a Hernandez 76 pitches, so 18 in that inning. Again, I don't know how many pitches he's going to throw. Again, he has not pitched in. Yeah, this is his first game back in the first league since his injury. He did pitch on the 20th, which was obviously 10 days ago. 39 pitches in the second league, 2 innings in that with those 39 pitches. Before injury, he was good for about 75, 80. I honestly think he is an 80 pitch pitcher, maybe a 90 pitch pitcher to finish an inning. For me, if I was the manager, which they would never hire me because I'm understand too much about baseball to be a manager in the KBO, I would send him back out for the 6th, and if anybody gets on base, he comes out. He is just not shown to me that he is capable of throwing 90 plus pitches. He just really has not shown me that he has that ability. Uh oh. All right. So first pitch by Shinmin Jae is going to be a single, and he is on base for the second time today. Suddenly, my buttons are not working, and I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, there is a runner on first. We are back up to the top of the lineup. So sometimes my buttons are working, sometimes they're not. I'm not sure why. As the 0-1 is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. I'm really not sure why. I'm going to have to do something real quick. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Let's see if this fixes it. And that's going to be a ground ball for a 6-3 double play. And that's will end that threat. Again, unfortunately, right now, none of my buttons are working. So sorry, guys. I have to do this, I guess, manually. All right, Kim Hyun Soo steps in. Park Min is not up. Kim Hyun Soo is up. That is 81 pitches now. Again, I have a controller that I have everything set up for, but it's not working right now. As that is a swing and a miss on ball two, and it's 1-2. 1-1. Let's see. Does it work now? No, it doesn't work, and I don't know why. As that is a lifted left fielder coming running in, and will not be able to make the catch, and it'll be 1-2. And I will do my best to do this, but it's almost impossible for me to be able to click everywhere to do everything. Sorry, guys. All righty. Well, 1-2 pitch now says throw it in the dirts and misses outside, and it's 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss there. Strikeouts number 4 on the day. And we will go to the break. It's tied up at 1. I guess we're back already. Didn't have much of a warning. Hernandez is still out there, though. Diaz will lead things off. And it's 0 2. I think I got my buttons fixed, so hopefully they don't go out again. Diaz singled in his last at bats, but was stranded on second base in the 0-2 swing and a miss there as he doesn't even bother to try to run to first. And that will be the fourth strikeout of the day for Hernandez and one away. Three pitches, three strikes. Kim Jae Sung will step in now. He 0 for 2 on the day. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0 1. 133 on the season for the backup catcher. And the 0 1 misses up high, 1 and 1. 81 pitches now for Hernandez. This is getting into some trouble territory. And the 1 1 is fouled away, and it's 1 and 2. And Hernandez really struggled last year. They brought him back because he was so good in the postseason out of the bullpen. And it's understandable. He was a bullpen guy before he came here, and then they kind of pushed him into starting, and he wasn't able to do it. As that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop scoops it behind the bag and throws over in a quick 2 outs. Brings up the number 6 hitter, Yuji Huck. So they brought him back thinking maybe if he has a full off season to kind of expand and stretch out and to start, he would be very effective. Unfortunately, obviously the injury, the quad, I believe a quad injury when he was pitching really well, 6 innings and no hits, 1 walk against Samsung. So last year he pitched, or this year obviously he pitched well against Samsung. 9 strikeouts in that game. As here comes the first pitch is a curveball at the top of the zone to Yuji Huck. Yuji Huck has been not happy with the ABS system. 2 strikeouts looking for him on very, very rough calls. As that's a strike there on the right down the middle on the curveball. Hernandez going with a curveball here in this 6th inning. As here comes the 2-2, sets up way down, and that's fouled away. He is going to be very, very defensive of that strike zone after the 2 strikeouts that he had earlier in the day. And now that's going to be a ground ball. Shinmin Jae scoops it up, throws to first, and that will be 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Hernandez has himself a quality start in his first turn back in the rotation. Will he come back out? I can't imagine that he will. I have to think that they would be happy with 87 pitches and a quality start where he just gave up 1 run on those 6 hits. Other question is Lee Sung Hyun, will he come back out? He is 85 pitches, worked around a lot of issues. He has not had a 1, 2, 3 inning yet today. Walk in the first, a double in the second, a single, a double, and a walk in the third, a walk in the fourth, a single in the fifth. So we'll see if they bring somebody back out or if they let him try to face Austin. Austin Dean with the sacrifice fly in his last at bats. So we'll see what they do here. Oh, he's still back out there. This, again, I talked about it earlier. He has not thrown a pitch. He has not thrown a pitch in the 6th inning yet on the season. Here we go. This will be his first pitch, and it is a ball. 302 on the season for Austin. 0 for 1 today. A fly out to center in his second or his first at bats, as that is outside, and it's 2-0. So we'll see now how he does after a long break there. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up on them in the middle, down at the knees, and he fouls it back out of play, and it's 0-1 or 2-1. Oops, wrong side. There we go. All righty, here we go. The 2-1 is 88 pitches now, 89 coming in and almost hits him, and it's 3-1. Here we go. The 3-1 sets up right down the middle, right above the knees, and that's in there for a strike and runs the count full, 3-2. In 3 full counts today. 3 full counts today. All of them have been walks. Here we go. Pitch number 91. The 3-2 sets up right down the middle at the waist, and he pops them up. He throws the bat into the ground. Everybody's converging, but the center fielder makes the play, and that will be 1 away. 91 pitches for Lee Sung-hyun. Most he's thrown on the season was 89. That was, I believe, against KT. I think that's it for him. I mean, man, the pitching coach comes out. They'll bring in somebody very strange here. They have him face the righty, but I guess righties were hitting much better again, or lefties were hitting way better against them. But that'll be it for him. We'll have our first pitching change of the day. Is his best outing of the season, ladies and gentlemen. That was his best outing of the season. The only time he has ever thrown a pitch in the 6th inning. Only time he has thrown a pitch in the 6th inning all season. So Kim Jae-yoon will come out. The former KT closer, former Samsung closer, will come out. Final day for Lee Sung-hyun, 5.1 innings, 91 pitches, 59 for strikes, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 run. It was earned, and he will not get a victory today. Not only that, it's definitely his best outing, as he is 0 for 4 on the road this season. So 4 starts, 4 losses on the road. But Moon Bo-kyung will face Kim Jae-yoon, as this will pretty much become a bullpen game at this point, I think. All right, so we're back. Moon Bo-kyung will face Kim Jae-yoon. 7.59 ERA on the season. 1 win, 3 losses. What is that? Good Lord, Spo TV. They're just showing the pitcher like he's warming up, and there's an out somehow. I don't know how there's an out because they didn't show anything. So now they show a replay, and it's a ground ball to. Oh, well, we don't get to see that yet either. Ground ball to the second baseman. Thank you for the three replays. We got to watch it one time, and then we got to watch three replays to end up even seeing what the hell the play was. Spo TV, good lord. Now that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman who eats him alive, and that will be an E5, and Pak Dong Wan will be on first base. What I tell you, man. All right, OG1 on the bottom here. And that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Really drives me nuts when these programs just can't figure out how to broadcast. Like, obviously, I'm not doing cameras, but I'm doing every single thing you see on your screen is done by me. Yet these guys can't do a one-man job, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. And everything from logos to the pictures to the score bug to who's batting, who's on which base, how many balls, strikes, all of that is controlled by me while still calling the game. But Spo TV cannot figure out how to broadcast. As the 1-1 pitch, that is outside at 2-1. Oh man, it's so bad. The 2-1, that is going to be grounded, but it's foul, moves it to 2-2. OG1 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in his first at bat, but was stranded on the bases, struck out in his second at bat. In the whole embezzlement thing, of course, found nothing. Slide the money under the table to the prosecutors, as the 2-2 is lined right back up the middle, as that will be a 2-out single. Runners now on the old base pass. So first and second is that brings up number 7 hitter Gubon Hyuk. Well, he loves to bunts for for a hit because he still thinks he's fast. What is the real question is what is Hanwha going to do when Shimu Jun comes back in a couple days? Welcome back, Mary Kate. All right, here we go. Gubon Hyuk has a chance once again. He walked in his last at bats. Popped up to shorts with a runner on second in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Nope, we're going to have a pinch hitter here, Moon Sung Ju. As that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Hanwha just has the game today, it sounds like. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch, way outside, 1-1. Oh man, that's right. Send me a picture from where you're sitting so I can look for you, so I can kind of see what the angle is of the cameras. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a chopped foul. 1-2. There is a good a pufferfish restaurant right by the train station. If you want to dabble in some pufferfish. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, down at the shaky leg, and that throws it into the dirt, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, that is ground ball. Second baseman scoops it, tosses, and that will be a 4-6 putout to end the threats. We'll go to the seventh inning. It's tied up at 1. Leave another 2 on. And left is 6 on this so far. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 innings left. I assume Young Bin will come into play. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha is putting in COA at this point. They're up 6-1. KT is up 3-0 against Kia. Jesus is still out there on the mound. He is 79 pitches through 5 innings. Kia does have a runner on first now with nobody out in the top of the 6th. The Kium's up 4-2 as they are just going into the break. SSG just took the lead in the top of the 5th. They are up 3-2 now, up against Elote. And then obviously the 1-1 game here. Really, the only game that's not in doubt at this point is the Hanwha game. No, Yu Chan will come in to pitch for the Twins. A 159 ERA on the season for the big lefty. And Moon Sung Ju will stay in. So I assume as that is going to be a chopped foul. And it's 1-1 now. So looks like Lee Young Bin takes over for Song Chan Yi in the lineup. It is his spot in the lineup. Moon Sung Ju stays in. And it's up high, 2-1. And the 2-1 way outside at 3-1. Moon Sung Ju will go into right field. And Lee Young Bin heads over to third. And the 3-1 way up high, and that walks him. Walks the leadoff batter as he comes in. Second walk of the day for EJ Hyun. No. All right, so there we go. At least, oh, you talk. Which game are you talking about? This one, I assume. All right, Kim Young Un steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to center and a strikeout. He drops down a bunt past the first of the pitcher. A toss by the second baseman, but not in time. And he is going to have himself a bunt single. Puts runners on first and second now with nobody outs. He can't hit normally, so he just decides to bunt instead. A hard bunts past the pitcher who comes off balance as Shinmin Jae tries to glove scoop to Austin, but Kim Young Un beats it with a head first slide like an idiot. Yeah, KBO players love two things: bunting in bad situations and head first sliding like idiots. Some of the best videos of what not to do for your younger kids. As that'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change. He doesn't get anybody outs, and he won't have an opportunity to. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll change things up. As yeah, comes in and gets a 0 outs and gives up a walk and a hit. Baek Sung Hyun will come in now to pitch. We've got a pinch hitter also. Lots of changes. Baek Sung Hyun will take over on the mound. And then we'll have a pinch hitter here. Kim Tae Hoon will come out of the game. Again, you got your DH in the 9 spots, so obviously you're not too worried about him actually hitting. And that'll bring in Yang Do Gun, the speedy middle infielder, or speedy infielder, I should say. All right, so we should just be about back. Lotte threatening in that game as they're in the bottom of the fifth. The world's slowest team, the Lotte Giants, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fifth with 1 out. Here we are in the top of the seventh with nobody out. So Pak Sung Hyun comes in at 204 on the season. 1 win, 2 holds. 18 games, 17 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts, 16 walks, a 215 batting average against, and a 1.70 whip. So, Yang Do Gun will get ready to bunt. Way up high, ball one. EJ Hyun on a second base has plenty of speed. Kim Young Un over at first has plenty of speed. Yang Do Gun, a 325 on the season. He also has very good speed. Samsung, they're made up of really young players and really old players. Very few in the middle guys. All right, the 1-0 pitch. He shows bunts. He wraps his hands all the way around the bat like you're literally taught not to do when you first learn to play baseball. As did he go around? He says he did not. He fakes the bunts, pulls it back, but it looked like he pulled it back pretty late there. Yeah, I would say he pulled it back. We'll give him that. Not the best pullback, but we'll see. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Runners on first and seconds, nobody outs. And way up high again, struggling to come up with a strike. Again, Yu Chan comes in, walks the first batter, EJ Hyun. He's the one on seconds, then gives up a bunt hits to Kim Young Un. And now they change pitchers. Baek Sung Hyun comes in and throws three nowhere close to the strike zone balls. And it's 3 and 0 as they're about to load the bases for the top of the lineup. And the 3-0 misses inside, and that is going to be a ball four. They load the bases up, ladies and gentlemen. The 7, 8, 9 hitters come in and they load them up. Four straight pitches. KBO doing its finest of the day. Kim Ji Chan steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day, lined out to the shortstop in his first at bat. A sacrifice fly in the third inning. That's the one Samsung run on the day already. And that is a strike that just barely catches the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Also singled in his last at bat, but was stranded over at third base. Hitting 325 or so on the season. He's been injured twice this season already, though. And the 0-1, and he lifts that into right field. That's going to be grabbed? They will come home. And once again, a sacrifice fly to right field scores a run and gives Samsung the lead. Twice now, EJ Hyun is walked. Has walked, and then twice now, Kim Ji Chan has come up with a sacrifice fly to right field to score him. So the simple solution to that is quit walking Kim Ji Chan or Kim Jae Hyun. All right, one out now as Pak Sung Gyu steps in. He doubled in his last at bats. 1 for 1 on the day as he took over for Kim Sung Yoon on the base pass. The 2 spot in the lineup has been problems for LG as that is fouled away. The 2 spot in the lineup, Kim Sung Yoon led off the started the game, and the 2 spots, 2 singles for him, and then Pak Sung Gyu took over. It looked like a hamstring injury for Pak Sung Yoon, and well, he decided to double in his only at bat, 3 for 3 in this spot on the lineup so far today. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up on the outside, and that is lifted into the stands, and it's foul. 0-2. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way out in the other batter's box. Again, a right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, 0-2 count. Have to throw it in the other batter's box, just like you have to bunt with a runner on first and nobody outs. It is rule 7.FU KBO.3. And the 1-2 is in the dirt, and it's 2-2 now. Lotte takes the lead in the bottom of the 5th as double by Jun Janu. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. And they check over at second as he gets back. And trying to get a strikeout or a double play here to get out of this bases loaded, nobody out inning. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside and doesn't chase it. Once again, another full count. 0-2 to guess right. That's right. 3-2 because you wasted a pitch instead of challenging a guy. Well done, LG. Well done, KBO. Well done, a team that's in country that is never going to win another medal outside of the Asia Games. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, a swing and a miss in the dirt, and that is a 2 away. Brings up the guy that has had all kinds of opportunities today, Gujahook. Gujahook came up in the first inning with a runner on first, grounded into a double play, came up in the third inning with runners on first and third, and hit into a 1-3 ground out, came up in the fourth or the fifth with runners on second and third, and he grounded into a 4-3 putouts. He has left 5 runners on, or sorry, he has had 5 runners on base. He has done nothing, as that is up high, 1-0. 256 on the season for the left fielder. Former captain. What I would say is the biggest crybaby in the KBO. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Just misses low, and it's 2-0. That was a strike. He probably would have called time, called his mother, and filed a complaint with the KBO. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And that's a strike, and it's 2-1. All righty, the 2-1 is fouled away. It runs the count to 2-2. We got ourselves Deuces Wild once again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-2 or a 2-1 game. And he fouls it away once again and stays 2-2. You gotta love a little baseball on a Friday night. Friday night. LG fan right in the front row of the Samsung cheer section. That's a different one. LG fan and a Hanwha fan in the front row of the cheer sections. Hanwha fan in the front row of the LG section, the Twins fan in front row of the Samsung section. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up right at the waist on the inside. I'm not sure about that, but it misses outside and runs it full. Another full count, ladies and gentlemen. 2 straight full counts for Baek-Sung Hyun. Is he still trying to get out of this inning? That means everybody will be off on this pitch. And that is rolled over. Austin grabs it, tosses to the pitcher, steps on the bag as Austin makes a great play back behind the bag, catches it going into foul territory, tosses back to Baek-Sung Hyun, who's running over to make the play at first, as we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, nobody out, and they get away with just giving up 1 run on a sacrifice fly. You have to think that is a win for Samsung at this point. As, again, they strand another two runners on base. They are now 0 for 6 on the day with runners in scoring position. All right, so Kang Min Ho will take over back behind the plate. Baek Jung Hyun will take over on the mound. Baek Jung Hyun out on the mound. He has been around for a while. 2.12 ERA, 2 wins, 2 holds, 26 games, 29 points, 2 innings. Yi Young Bin will lead things off. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. All right, Yi Young Bin. The 0-1 pitch as he lifts that one up. Kim Ji Chan chasing over and under it, and that will be one away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Shin Min Jae. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And now that is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Shin Min Jae, a single and a run scored in his first at bats, a single, and was erased on a double play in his second at bats. Average up to 220 now on the season for the second baseman. And here comes the 1-0. Is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop scoops it up, throws it over, and that's 2 away. Flips the lineup back over to the top as Park Min will step in. Park Min walked in his first at bat, doubled in his second at bats, and a 4.63 double play in his third. 1 for 1 as he fakes the bunts, pulls it back, and it's ball one, 1-0. Cool. Did you bet both of these together, or did you do them separately? As the 1-0 is misses up high, 2. I know. Uh-oh. Dusan just tied the game as that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 2-1. And here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that's fouled away, 2-2. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, 2-1, and time is called. As Kang Min Ho seems to be having some troubles with the pitch com. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Lays off with the ball down low, and we've got another full count. Fifth full count of the day for LG. They walked in the first three, and then Austin flew out to center in his last one. They're 0 for 1 on the day, as that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, quickly throws, and just in time, as that's will end the seventh. We'll go to the eighth as Samsung's up 2-1. Big, big, big. We got 6 outs left for LG to try to make the comeback. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the first time that LG has gone 1, 2, 3 on the day. First time today they have gone 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is not a thing in the KBO anymore. Too many guys trying to throw 160 but can't throw strikes. So elsewhere around the league, Hanwha's up 7-1. They're threatening with more in the top of the eighth. They've got runners on first and third with 1 out. KT still up a 3-0, bottom of the seventh there. And again, Doosan just tied it up in the top of the seventh. A 2-run shot by Cave. It is 4-4. Doosan is still up in the top of the seventh with a runner on first and 1 out. Lotte is up in the bottom of the sixth. They are up 4-3 against SSG. Alrighty, we've got the top of the eighth now. Coming out to pitch is still Baek Sung Hyun. Very interesting here. I figured we would have a new pitcher. As Diaz leads things off for Samsung. Diaz 1 for 3 on the day. That's up high. Ball 1, 1-0. Diaz singled in his second at bat, a pop fly to the shortstop, and then a strikeout in his last at bat. And another 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And misses low and in, and that is a 2-0. And the 2-1 sets up down the middle right at the knees and misses way up and out again. And just like that, to 3 balls and no strikes. As the Samsung cheerleaders and fans singing loudly for all to hear and spread that Samsung cheer. As that is going to be ball 4. Second straight inning that they've walked the leadoff batter. I have to imagine that that will be it for him. But what do I know? What do I know? None of those pitches were particularly close. As the umpire just called time. Yep, we've got a pitching coach coming out. Maybe that'll be it for him. Both relievers failed to get an out when they start an inning. As we will have another pitching change here. Kang Min Ho will come up to bat for the first time today. Who will they go with? Who will they go with? Who will they go with? Yi Kang Hoon, Kim Jin Song, Kim Young Woo, who got his first ever save last night. Cool. not looking good in in the dome as the Keom bullpen is falling apart. Loaded the bases with 1 out. This game is grinding to a halt now. The Hanwha NC game is in the bottom of the eighth. All right, Sung Dong Hyun will come out onto the mound now. Oh, 11 points at 2.5 ERA, 6 games, 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, 294 batting average against, and a 2.25 whip. Just the guy you want to come in to face Kang Min Ho and Yu Ji Hyuk in this lineup. And the first pitch is low, ball one. 274 on the season for Kang Min Ho, 2 home runs. Not having again the good season that he had last year. I believe he was the catcher of the year last year. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, lays off of that, and it's 2-0. LG Twins have thrown 6 pitches in this inning. None of them have crossed the plates in the strike zone. Here we go. The 2-0 pitch. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a strike. And it is, in fact, possible for an LG reliever to throw a strike. All righty, here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Diaz over at first. And that is in the dirt. And back to throwing balls. 7 pitches or 7 balls, 1 strike so far in this inning for the LG Twins. 0 swings by the Samsung Lions. And here comes the 3-1 pitch, sets up on the outside, misses inside, and that is going to be ball 4. They've walked the first 2 batters, 9 pitches, 8 balls. And that brings up Yu-Ji Hyuk. I imagine he is going to try to bunt here. As Austin gives him a little shoulder. As Diaz will come out of the game as we've got a pinch runner now over at second base so that they can bunt and not get thrown out into a double play. Did they? Yep. Did they just hit a grand slam? No. I saw it was 4-4 with the bases loaded, and now it's 8-4 as Yu-Ji Hyuk drops the bunt down, and Austin will throw it over to second. Who's on the third now is the question. I still don't know who's on third because they haven't even said who's on third. I just know Ryuji Hyuk just dropped down a bunt, and there's 1 out now. And that brings up EJ Hyun, and that's a strike on the inside, and it's 0-1. Still don't know who's over at third. Still no idea. There we go. Shim Jae Hoon. Oh, now they show me. Way outside. 1-1. Cool. Not looking like a good day for you, man. But I was correct about Doosan's starter being awful. And the 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss there. And it's a 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. He throws the bat down and he pops him up. That's going to be trouble. Shinmin Jae makes the catch over by the foul line, and that's will be 2 away. That brings up Kim Young Un. All right, the 2 away now. Kim Young Un bunts single in his last at bat. Looks at ball one way up high. 1-0 as he is 1 for 3 on the day. The bunt's a single in his last at bat, a fly out to center, and then a strikeout. Average up to 243 now on the season for the third baseman. A quite a bit of a disappointment in seasons compared to last year's. That's going to be another swing and a miss there. He is trying his best to take over the strikeout lead in the KBO as he is in the top 5 despite missing a couple weeks because he was striking out so much. And that is up high, 2-1. Kim Young Un, 4th in the league in strikeouts, 55 strikeouts on the season, to go with his 40 hits, striking out at about 35 to 40% of the at bats. Is that is up high again, and it's 3-1. They're gonna load the bases back up. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Just sets up at the letters and misses outside, and another walk. It's amazing how difficult it is to throw a strike. Really. All righty. Well, we've got the bases loaded again. The bases have been loaded the last 2 innings. And just so you guys know, Samsung has 1 hit in the last 2 innings. Yet they've had the bases loaded twice. The 1 hit that they had was an infield bunt single. As Yang Do-gun steps in, he walked in his last at bat. Was stranded on the bases though. And here we go. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yang Do-gun, 325 on the season, walked in his only at bat on the day. As he took over, he pinch hit for Kim Tae-hoon back last inning in the 7th. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be a single into right field. 1 run is going to be in. The second run is rounding second or rounding third. He'll come home, and Kim Young Un will head on over to third base as Yang Do-gun comes up big with 2 RBIs here in the 8th inning and puts some room between Samsung and LG. Runner over on the first, and we'll have him over at third as the LG bullpen just poops itself here in the 7th and 8th inning. Cool. I would just go ahead and go to bed as Kim Ji-chan steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day, 2 sacrifice flies as he steals himself a base there. And the 0-1 pitch is slapped, but foul. 0-2. 327 on the season for Samsung's leadoff hitter. They are a much, much, much better team when he is in the lineup. As the 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. 20 pitches now for Song Dong Hyun. And then the 1-2 pitch up high, 2-2. Oh, sorry, Song Dong Hyun. I have one correct and one incorrect. He can blame his pitching performance on my misspelling his name. Is that is outside, and it's 3-2. Like usual, we've got a 0-2 count, and then they can't throw a strike after that because they try to work around the outside is so much instead of just challenging guys to get them to ground out or get an out. Is that is going to be slapped down the right field side, but foul on ball 4. Runs the count full or keeps the count full, 3-2. Runners on this second and third both have plenty of speed. A single scores 2 more. As Samsung has scored 1 last inning, and they've got to 2 this inning. The teams are just opening up some leads at this point, as that is fouled away, and it stays 3-2. Welcome, just in time. I was waiting for you to start. Why is my chat disconnected? That is weird. That is very weird. All righty, we've got the 3-2 counts now. Again, a swing and a miss there, and that's will end of the inning, but they get 2 more on 1 hit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 more on 1 hit. That's what happens when you walk everybody. Without the big hit from Yang Do-gun, it's still a 2-1 game. But 3 walks in that inning, a sacrifice, and the big 2 outs, 2 RBI single by Yang Do-gun opens this game up. That is the first hit that they have had all day with runners in scoring position, as they are now 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Not doing much better with runners on base either. Not doing well for LG either, is they just aren't hitting well either. We'll have the bottom of the order. No, sorry, the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for LG. It'll be Kim Hyun-soo, Austin Dean, and Moonbo Young. As looks like SSG is tied it up now. The 4-4 is the bullpens doing the bullpen thing. Kim Jin-wook comes in for Lotte and immediately does awful. So Bae Chan-sung comes in, a 4.76 ERA, 6 holds, 27 games, 22 and 2/3 innings for the very hard throwing lefty. I'll let you know who's over at first as Diaz came out. Bae Chan-sung, the rookie, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And misses up high, 153 on the gun there. And it's 1-1. Kim Hyun-soo walked in 1 at bat, a 4.63 ground out, and the strikeouts. And that is outside. Now it's 2-1. Bullpen game. Everybody loves them except, well, everybody else. So Jun Byung-woo over at first base now for Diaz. That is fouled away. Whoa, 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 whoa. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. And way up high, almost hit his head. And that's is going to be a ball 3. We've got ourselves another. As the announcers drool all over themselves at the fact that he threw the ball hard, despite the fact that he almost threw it over the catcher. As here comes the 3-2, that's going to be into the outfield, Gutau over and under it, and that will be one away. Nobody cares how hard you throw a ball. If the ball is over the catcher's head where he has to jump and catch the ball, nobody cares how hard you throw the ball. That's like getting super excited because somebody at whatever these pitching training facilities are throws 160 as he runs down the mound to throw. As Austin Dean fouls that one away, the announcers again just continue to drool over the fact that he's thrown over 150. Every other sentence out of their mouth is how fast he throws the ball. All righty, the 0-1 pitch just sets up right down the middle, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third base. And throws it across the diamond, and that will be 2 away. Now we've got Moonbo Young stepping in over 3 on the day. .317 on the season for today's DH as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 misses way outside. 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up down at the knees and a swing and a miss on a pitch outside the zone. And it's 1-2. And 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside corner and he pops him up. Shortstop out, but the left fielder coming in under it, and that will be 3 away. Another 1-2-3 inning. The last 2 innings have been 1-2-3 for LG. We'll go to the 9th. It's Samsung 4 and LG 1. We'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Samsung as they look to put this game away. 6 walks, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 5 hits, a 1 run. Both pitchers pitched fairly well. Lee Sung-hyun, 5.1 innings, 91 pitches, 4 hits, 3 walks, only gave up 1 run. And Hernandez, first game back for him, 6 innings, 87 pitches, 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 1 unearned run for him. No games are finished just yet, but the Hanwha and NC game is pretty close. Hanwha's up 7-1, but NC's got a runner on first in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out. So they've got to score 6 before they get to 2 outs. It's possible, right? It's possible. Everybody knows that it's possible in the KBO. KT is up 3-1 against Kia. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Everything, AJ. Samsung has scored 3 runs in the last 2 innings, but they've only had a bunt hit. bunts hits, and then they finally got one other hits. Yeah. All right, who's out on the mound? Kang Hoon, 4.82 ERA, 9 1/3 innings, 10 games. I believe he is a, side armor. Yes, he is, and that is going to be ball one. The last two pitchers for LG that started an inning ended up walking the first batter, as that is ball two, and he is going to follow in his in their footsteps apparently. And that just catches the outside, and it's 2-1. So apparently, there's a defensive switch. Lots of switches. Chaewon Young in center. Yu E Young Bin goes to shorts. Oji Wan is out. Moon Jung Bin is over at third, and that is another ball. Ball four, or ball three, 4 pitches. And that is outside. So once again, the pitchers, the three relievers, when they started an inning, all three of them have walked a batter. Leadoff walks by the LG Twins for the last three straight innings. Can't win games if you can't throw strikes. I don't care how hard you throw the ball. If you can't throw a strike, you can't do anything. As Gujahuka steps in, he's 0 for 4 on the day. He has not had a good day at all. Looks at strike one there. A 6-3 double play in his first at bat. Left to runners on first and third in his second at bat. Left runners on second and third in his third at bat, and left runners at second and third, or first and second in his fourth at bats. He has left 7 runners on base so far today, as that is outside, and 1-1. 7 runners left on base just by Gujahook. As here comes the 1-1 pitch, runs inside, almost hits him, and it's 2-1. I think you'll be fine with that one, AJ, because you got they're in the bottom of the seventh still. As the 2-1 pitch is, that's going to be ripped into right field. Right fielder running over, jumping, and makes the catch. And that's will be one away. Great play by Moon Sung Ju. Got a good jump on it, running towards the wall, sticks his glove up at the last minute, and makes the catch as he jumps over his head. Just need a grand slam in this game. Well, LG can score runs in the bottom of the inning, as that is way outside. 1-0. Jun Byung-woo getting his first at bat of the day. Hitting at 200 on the season, and the 1-0 is outside. He steals the bag easily. And now he's on second base on that ball down in the dirt. I would prefer an LG grand slam, a walk-off grand slam. And the 2-0 way outside, and now you've got 3-0. 9 walks so far on the day for LG pitchers. 9 walks for the LG pitchers today. Here we go. The 3-0 pitch is way outside, and that is another walk. Well, you're not missing much in this game, as we've got another pitching change. Is somewhere they're trying to find somebody that can throw a strike. Three relievers have started innings in this game for LG. Three relievers have walked the first batter. So, again, you had a 1-1 game in after the sixth inning. Seventh inning, in comes the bullpen for LG. A walk, an infield bunt, another walk, and a sacrifice. Then a strikeout. And then you got the eighth inning. You got a walk, a sacrifice, bunts, a pop fly, and then another bunts. And then finally a 2 RBI single. Then in this game, you've got a walk, a stolen base, and another walk. Just, it's unbelievable how hard it is for these guys to throw strikes. Ten walks now in this game. Sorry, 8 walks. 11 total is Kim Jong-un comes out now. Again, there were a bunch of changes on the LG side. So Park Min is out. So Chaewon Young is now in. I guess I'll change it now just in case there's a miracle. Won is out. So Kim Jong-un is on the mound now. A ERA of 9, 1 game, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 333 batting average against, and a 2.0 whip. In. All right, Kang Min-ho steps in. He walked in his only at bat today. He looks at ball one there. All right, I think I've got it changed and it's all set up now. Kang Min-ho, walked in his only at bats, and the 1-0 is going to be a ground ball. The third baseman grabs it, throws to seconds, and then to first in time, and that will be a 4-5, a 4-3 double played in the inning. We'll go to the ninth, and LG's got to score some runs, I guess. That's what you could call it. Once again, not hitting well with runners in scoring position. As they go 0 for 1 there with runners in scoring position, 0 for 2 in that inning with runners on base. They have 1 hit in this entire game with runners on base, or with runners in scoring position. That was last inning in the 8th with the 2 RBIs. 1 for 10 on the day with runners in scoring position. Leaving it 10 runners on base is Samsung. They really, really struggle to score runs and hits, really, with when they're away from home. I don't know if they need to take some new, get some better beds or something on the road. I don't know. Maybe find a different place to sleep. I really have no idea. So, Samsung will bring their closer out. Yeah, he did pitch yesterday. This is their second or third closer on the season. So don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen, and don't go too far. Iho Song will come out to try to close it out for Samsung, I guess. We'll leave the light on for you. All right, we've got to the bottom of the ninth here. Pak Dong Won will lead things off against Iho Sung. Iho Sung has 6.08 ERA on the season, 5 wins, 1 hold, 2 saves, 3 holds, 27 games, 26 and 2/3 innings. Uh, yeah, your closer's got an ERA of over 6, guys. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Nope, we've got a pinch hitter here. Yi Ju Hyun will pinch hit. Or did he take over behind the plates? Oh, Yi Ju Hyun take over behind the plate. So, my bad. No, Pak Dong Won will not lead things off. Yi Ju Hyun, or Yi Ju Hun, sorry, I always do that. Will. And the first pitch is the ball. 229 on to the season for Yi Ju Hun. Does have 2 home runs, though, as 1-0 or 1-0 pitch coming up. And in there for a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Oh, Lee Ju Han, Moon Jung Ben, and then Moon Sung Ju. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's outside at 2-1. We'll have to go through the bottom of this order. But the LG lineup can score some runs fairly quickly, as that's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. LG has the biggest run differential in the league. One of the only teams that has only one of the teams that really has a solid run differential, as that is low and runs the count full, 3-2. You gotta love a full counts. First 3 were walks, next 3 were outs, and that one is going to be a walk. And he walks the leadoff runner again. I said, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Lee Ju Han moves fairly well. He's a young catcher, so he still moves fairly well. All right, AJ. You're here with a grand slam. All right, Moon Jung Ben looks at strike one, barely catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Moon Jung Ben hitting a 105 on the season. It does have a home run, though. 2 hits on the season. One of those happened to be a souvenir, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Moon Sung Ju was up at the top of the lineup earlier this week. Yi Young Ben, as here comes the 0-2, just misses outside on the curveball. That would have been a strike if there was no ABS system. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. And that is crushed, but not deep enough. Got under it a little bit too much, and he drops it. He drops it, and that is going to be runners on first and second as he dropped the can of corn. As he drops the can of corn. Pak Sung Gyu was the person who made that catch. Gu Hook apparently is no longer in left. So Pak Sung Gyu goes to left, and Lee Sung Gyu goes to right. Second error of the day for Samsung. That brings up a Moon Sung Ju. 0 for 1 on the day. And he pops him up. Left fielder getting a second chance here, and that's will be 1 away. That brings up Young Bin. Try to get some of this changed here. So Pujauk is out. Young Ben, 225 on the season. And that is way up high, ball 1. Young Ben does have some power. He can deposit a few in the outfield. He hit a home run off of Ponce last week or this week, this week. As here comes the 1-0 is up high, and it's 2-0. 13 pitches now for Iho Sung. Iho Sung, I believe, pitched yesterday. Yes, he did. He threw 15 pitches yesterday, 1.1 innings. There is nobody warming up. They said, this is yours. Pitched yesterday, even though Samsung won by 6 runs, they still pinch hit or still had him pitch, as that is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Again, KBO managers just don't know how to use a pitching staff. 6-run lead, and they bring in their closer for 1.1 innings. As the 2-1 misses low, and it's 3-1. Nobody warming up either, so it's him or nobody. Here we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he fouls it away, runs the count full, 3-2. He will swing and miss a lot. He will swing and miss a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not talking about good pitches either. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, fouls that one away. That one was right down the middle. Knees weak. All right, once again, another 3-2 Pete. And that is going to be a ground ball through the right side. He'll come up firing, but they'll hold him over at the third, and that's is going to load the bases up, ladies and gentlemen. Load the bases up for the number 9 hitter. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, 15 pitches yesterday, 1.1 innings out of your closer in a 6 when your team wins 6-0. 18 pitches so far. They finally get somebody up, kind of warming up. Im Chong-min warming up a little bit now. Shin-min Jae, 2 for 3 on the day. .218 on the season for Shin-min Jae, 2 for 3 on the day, and the first pitch is up high, ball 1. 19 pitches now for Iho Sung, ERA over 6 coming into this game. Shin-min Jae hitting .600 with runners with the bases loaded, 3 for 5 with 3 singles. As far as speed, I have no idea on seconds. That is going to be a single over the shortstop jumping, and that is going to bring in one. That'll bring in two, and he comes up with his third single of the day, and it is 4-3, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, cool. Just imagine if there was not a dropped can of corn in left field. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game of 4-3, runners on first and second, one out. The top of the lineup coming up now, Chaewon Young getting his first at bat of the day. Normally, he is a pinch runner as he pops it up. Will get into foul territory and barely makes the catch. And that will be two away. Now that brings up Kim Hyun-soo. Almost an error there by Kim Young-un in foul territory. But he's able to make the catch. Almost falls back as he's trying to catch it. All right, Kim Hyun-soo steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. He is a guy that you'd love to have in this situation. As the first pitch is lifted, going deep, but the fly ball right at the warning track. That'll be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the end of the game. It was a pure KBO game. Pure KBO game. As relievers can't throw strikes, walk in the bases, errors late in the game, unearned runs, nobody hitting, just your standard old KBO baseball game, ladies and gentlemen. No problem, AJ. So basically, it came down to a bullpen game. Samsung got Lee Sung-hyun, gave him the best start he's had all season. Up until today, he had never once thrown into the fifth inning. He ends up thrown into the sixth inning, only gone 5 innings in one game outside of in his last 5 throws. Gets 1 out in the sixth inning to go 5.1 innings. Didn't pitch great. 4 hits, 3 walks, 1 run. It was earned, 4 strikeouts. Then really the bullpen did what they needed to do, I guess. They came in, they got outs. Until obviously you bring in the closer. Yeah, tomorrow 2:00 game, NC and Hanwha. So Hanwha will be starting a rookie. Will be making his first ever start. He's never even started in the second league. But LG Hernandez comes back. First time back since his no hitter against Samsung back on I believe the 13th of September or 15th of April, tax day for those of you that live in the U.S. He pitched well, 6 innings, 87 pitches, 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 run, 1 run. It was unearned though. Then the bullpen came in and they blew it. Yu Chan came in, 6 pitches, gave up a hit and a walk, didn't even record an out. Then Park Sung Hyun came in and pitched well to start the inning, or to clean up Yu Chan's mess, where Yu Chan ended up, walked the first batter, gave up a bunt single, didn't get any outs. They ended up having the bases loaded, nobody out, as he came in and walked a batter, but was able to get out with only one run given up. That was fine. But again, LG's manager, he has the job because I don't know, he's older than somebody else. I don't know. But once again, he sends out Park Sung Hyun uh, to start the next inning. And I don't know why. I even said it during the broadcast, during the stream. I don't know why he's sending him back out. I said, I don't know who's coming in, but he ended up sending him back out. He walks the first runner. The runner ends up coming around because Sung Dong Hyun comes in and then he ends up walking a run. So the LG bullpen does not get it done. They give up 3 runs because they walked 7 batters. 7 batters. 7 batters, ladies and gentlemen. Your bullpen comes in and gets 7 outs and walks 7 batters. That's an issue, ladies and gentlemen. That's the number 1 team in the league, ladies and gentlemen. The number 1 team in the league. 7 outs, 7 walks. No, LG ends up losing. It was a game that LG was definitely favored. They lose a spots against Hanwha because Hanwha ends up winning 7-1 against NC. KT wins 3-1 against Kia, and then Lotte is up 6-5 against SSG in the bottom of the 5th there, and then Doosan ends up coming up big in 1 inning. They were down 4-2 at one point, and I believe they scored 6 runs. They're up now 9-4 in the bottom of the 8th there, so that game should be hold on. If you're wanting to watch a game, I would turn on the Lotte and SSG game. It is close. It is the bottom of the 8th, so I would turn that game on. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, 2:00 game, I will be doing the Hanwha versus NC game. So again, NC should have who's NC's starter? Chae Sung Young, maybe. I guess it's going to end up being a bullpen game. Both teams are going to have bullpen pitchers. So it is probably going to be a lot of runs scored in that game. Yep, the game is over. So tomorrow 2:00 game will be Hanwha versus NC. Should be lots of runs scored as it will be a bullpen game. So tune in tomorrow. I will be here 2:00 Korean time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, until next time.